Welcome to Let's Talk. Hi everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Judy here. If you don't know, I'm an average person, but I don't worship billionaires, nor do I love dictators. I fight for freedom and human rights. And I upload weekly to this series, which talks about history, culture, economics, and more. Okay, my friends, before we dive into today's topic, please allow me to thank the friends who bought me coffee from my website last week. Thank you so much for your kind support, my friends. Thank you. My friends, recently I found that a lot of people do not only love and believe conspiracy theories, they also love the fake stories that spread by their so-called leaders. To be honest, I don't really understand why they believe such ridiculous stories. However, I've done some research and reached my conclusions, and here they are. First and foremost, their lack of knowledge, because the majority of those people are poorly educated. Secondly, they are too lazy to use their own brains to think, because they don't even think whether the story is a logical story or not. And they quickly reach their conclusions by knowing only even a part of the story. Lastly, they are narrow-minded and full of hatred. They don't want to know other side's story, and they don't care. Why? Well, because they think they are right about everything, and their leaders are some kind of gods. They think their leaders never do wrong things or say wrong words. Even in reality, most of the time, their leaders only spread lies, which is sad. Because as an average person, witnessing ordinary people acting like sheep follow wolves while believing the wolves are their shepherds makes me sad. So, my friends, if you're an average person, do not easily trust the things without seeing solid evidence. If you're an average person like me, use your own brain to think. Do not just swallow the ideas or theories that the people at the top feed you. The people at the top don't really understand us. Ordinary people. How could they? They are rich. They don't need to worry about money. They don't need to worry about housing, grocery, and their children's education. Yeah, they send their children to private schools and using yours to public schools. Their children are highly safe, while you worry daily about your children's safety. What? You don't agree? You don't think their children are safe either? Seriously, have you ever seen a school shooting taking place in a private school? I don't think so. So, my friends, as average people, why should you believe the so-called leaders? Use your brain to think. Don't eat everything they feed you. Hi everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Judy here. If you don't know, I'm an average person, but I don't worship billionaires, nor do I love dictators. I fight for freedom and human rights. And I upload weekly to this series, which talks about history, culture, economics, and more. My friends, we are now living in a world where conspiracy theories are everywhere, where misinformation is the mainstream. Most of all, most conspiracy theorists don't tell you that their theories are conspiracy theories. They tell you that they are telling the truth. Yes, I've talked about one of my conspiracy theories in my previous videos, and in that video, I made it clear that it was a conspiracy theory, not a fact, and it was just for fun. And you know what? Today, I want to talk about one of the most popular conspiracy theories, the Sandy Hook conspiracy. Why? Well, because when I watched former President Jimmy Carter's funeral, it reminded me of the Sandy Hook trial. How come? Well, because I watched the 2022 Sandy Hook trial on YouTube, and during which they showed a photo of one of the Sandy Hook family smiling at the funeral as one piece of the so-called evidence that Alex Jones claimed that the Sandy Hook shooting was a hoax. If you don't know about the shooting, my friends, it was a mass shooting that happened in Newtown, Connecticut in December 2012, during which a gunman walked into an elementary school and killed 20 students and 6 educators. So, who's Alex Jones? In my view, he's a radio show host who knows how to use people's stupidity to make money. He makes up many conspiracy theories in order to attract the people who are curious. And in my opinion, if his viewers easily believe his theories that are full of loopholes, it means that they are easily tricked, meaning Alex Jones can easily sell loads of his products to these stupid people. So how can viewers train themselves not to be tricked by stupid theories? The answer is simple. Educate themselves and try to be logical thinkers. For example, the photo of the victim's father smiling at his son's funeral. If you're a logical thinker, you know it's a normal thing to do. Ask yourself, would you give someone a polite smile if one attends the funeral? If you don't agree, watch the former President Jimmy Carter's funeral. According to Alex Jones' theory, President Carter faked his death. He didn't really die because his grandson smiled at his funeral as well as his other family members. Does it make any sense? Does it? I don't think so. Do you?
Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. Judy here. If you don't know, I'm an average person, but I don't worship billionaires nor do I love dictators. I fight for freedom, human rights, democracy, and science. And I upload weekly to this series, which talks about history, culture, economics, and more. My friends, if you recall, I've talked about some topics about industrial revolution. And you might know that during each and every this kind of revolution, no one could stop it from happening.
In the past, human beings survived and lived better lives after every industrial revolution. But this time, it doesn't seem so. Right, I don't think this time is good for human beings. I believe that humanoid robots and AI together will eventually replace at least half of the world's human population. Yeah, I mean jobs. They'll lose jobs to humanoid robots and AI. In fact, so many people have already lost their jobs to robots or AI or both. Yeah, I know some people at the top have been telling you that illegal immigrants are taking their jobs, not AI or robots. Why? It's quite obvious, isn't it? The people who control robots and AI are super rich, while immigrants are poor. And rich people also control resources like human resources, media, and more. And they can use the resources to make people believe whatever they want people to believe.
Poor people have nothing. They are just trying to survive. They don't have any resources to be heard. In fact, they can't even protect their loved ones. The only thing they can do is trying their best to stay alive. Anyway, in my view, human jobs are taken by robots and AI, and they blame other people, which is sad because they can't see the truth, because they still defend, even worship the people who use robots and AI to replace them. Some might wake up once all the illegal immigrants are deported and they still don't get the jobs they wanted. But I believe most of them will never wake up because their so-called leaders then will tell them that legal immigrants or other races of people take their jobs.
Then they'll fight against the people whom their leaders blame. No, they'll never blame robots or AI. In my opinion, they'll even continue worshipping the owners of robots and AI. How stupid, you might say, but I don't blame them because they don't choose to stay stupid. They stupid because the system has never given them the opportunities to become clever and intelligent. So I don't blame them, but blame or not doesn't matter. I believe in the end, half human jobs will be replaced by robots and AI, and I don't think anyone can stop it from happening. What do you think, my friends? What's your opinion? Okay, my friends, in case you don't know me yet, I'm Judy Fay London, a fan of Jack London. I'm a published writer who writes fiction and non-fiction novels and short stories. You're very welcome to visit my website, judyfaylondon.com or Amazon to read my poems and my short stories. The last one, Mr. Rat, Candy the Dog, and so on, and my latest non-fiction book, Living with the Walking Dead, a roadmap for achieving your own success. I hope to see you there, and I thank you so much for your kind support, and thank you very much for subscribing to my YouTube channels, Judy Fay London and Judy Plus. Judy Fay London is a comprehensive channel, while Judy Plus is a channel that talks about interesting discoveries in the world of science. Thank you for watching. And my friends, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's totally free. Thank you.